Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm sure you're thinking I haven't seen you in a long time. Where have you been? It's been like 6 months. Actually, I don't think it's been that long. It's been like 4 months at least, and basically second year has been absolutely insane, and I'm finished with lectures now, and I just wanted to talk to you about things that have been going on in my life and what I've been up to and that sort of thing. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was obviously if you've following the channel, you know that I now work for the marketing and communications department. They have hired a few students. We're called digital content ambassadors, so we're like ambassadors but we do digital content. And basically I made a video with 2 other people, Javier and Paola, shout out to them if they are watching this. I'm genuinely so proud of it. It's an accommodation video where we went and sort of interviewed 3 people in 3 different kinds of ensuite accommodation, and it's kind of part of a 3-part series. So we filmed everything for the standard, it's just getting edited, and then we're going to do townhouses and Chancellor's Wharf. And if you don't know what those things are, then make sure you go to the Lancaster Uni YouTube channel. So I made a week in the life a while ago, as well as another video, and sometimes I pop up on the Instagram, things like that. But there's a group of us, and genuinely these people are so talented. Like Javier's editing skills are amazing, and Paola does like weekly, monthly like photo, like she does like a post on Instagram with photos that she's taken that are amazing. So do go and check out the video because I'm so proud of it and I think it's quite good. And if you have any constructive criticism, do let us know. The next video definitely will be better, because obviously we learnt what we needed and what people wanted to hear and stuff like that. So for example, we didn't really mention anything about laundry, but we have something about the laundry to kind of explain the situation with that in the next video. So hopefully, yeah, you guys enjoy it, so go and look at that. I was also working as a biological science, it's kind of complicated, but there's the biological life sciences department, and that includes biochemistry, biomedicine, biological sciences. I think those are the main ones. But I was working at the applicant visit days or interview days. If any of you came along to them, chatted to a few people, so hopefully they found it informative. So I've been getting up to that. Obviously the main thing I want to talk about is I'm going to be applying to graduate entry medicine in October, which I don't know how much I've spoken about, and I'm going to start this new series. So this will technically be the first episode of like a video diary documenting sort of my journey, if I get in or if I don't. And if I do get in, hopefully it'll help others get in. If I don't get in, hopefully it'll still help others get in by not doing things that I've done or still taking something. And I was kind of nervous because if I don't get in, it's going to be kind of sad to have it plastered over the internet as if like loads of people are going to watch it or whatever, but you know what I mean. But I thought that, I don't know, it'd be useful. So I'm going to sort of talk about what I've been doing to prepare. By the way, I have 4 exams. And my first one is in 30th of April and it's the 15th of April, so I have just over 2 weeks to my first exam. But I do finish on the 10th of May, and then I start my dissertation or like research project, and I'm hopefully going to be filming a video where I sort of document that process, because loads of people obviously will be doing research projects. I don't really know what's going on, nobody seems to know, it's not something you really know about before you start uni because it seems so far away because it's in like 3rd year, but like we're starting ours end of 2nd year. So hopefully that will be useful to some people, and it should be quite independent, so hopefully I'll be able to... Ooh, some posters come. This is actually perfect timing because it's an Amazon parcel of a book that I ordered. Called This Is Going to Hurt. So it's by I haven't read it obviously, it's by it's by a guy who was a doctor, and it's like his diaries from when he was a doctor, and apparently it's really funny, so I'm gonna start reading this soon. But so I've decided where I'm going to apply almost. Queen Mary, please let me in. I really want to go to Queen Mary University of London. That is the one closest to where I live. So if you apply to graduate entry medicine, you The funding is a bit different, and essentially you have to pay £3,000 in your first year, and then you get your maintenance loan and your tuition fee loan, and it's a bit complicated. But there's undergrad medicine, which you can apply to, and there's graduate entry medicine. Graduate entry medicine is designed for people who already have a degree, and a lot of them you have to have a bioscience degree as well. And essentially what happens is it's like an accelerated course, so instead of doing 5 years of formal study, you do 4 years, and with that one you get a lot more funding from student finance, including £3,000, which you have to pay, but other than that it's funded. And from what I understand, for undergrad medicine, so I could apply for a 5-year, but it would be like doing a second degree, so I wouldn't get any tuition fee loan from, which is obviously £9,250 per year from student finance. That would be 5 years, although some universities do like this optional year where you do like an elective, but I don't know, maybe there'll be a chance not to do that, so it could still be 4 years anyway. But you do get your maintenance loan, and I'm currently trying to figure out, I'm pretty sure like my maintenance loan will be the same as what it is now, which means that I couldn't fund it in any way, but I'm still double checking that, so yeah, we'll see. But I live in East London, if you didn't know, back home, and Queen Mary is the closest university, and I could quite easily commute there, which would be amazing. So that would be my ideal choice, and I have a friend who's in second year doing dentistry there, and obviously it's good to know someone who actually goes to the university and studies, obviously it's not exactly the same but a similar subject, and has gone through a similar application process, so she's being very helpful to me. My second choice would be King's. Obviously these aren't easy universities to get into anyway. King's, the campus where medicine on, I believe medicine is in Waterloo, which is kind of far but doable. So again, I could live at home. And then in terms of other London unis, Imperial isn't offering, UCL don't do the graduate course. So if I can somehow get funding, I would definitely apply to UCL, because I love UCL, I love that area of London as well. So I need to double check that, but I don't think I can get any funding, or I'd have to get private loans and things like that, which is so complicated. And then St George's, the thing with St George's is firstly that's miles away, and secondly they require the GAMSAT. So there's the UK CAT obviously, which most medical schools, graduate and undergrad, want. Then there's the BMAT, which certain ones want, so Oxford and Cambridge, Imperial do, but Imperial is not offering it for 2020 entry. They're like redesigning the course, so they don't want that anymore. So I can't apply there for 2020 entry anyway. And a couple of places want BMAT, but I'm not applying anywhere that wants the BMAT, I've decided. So yeah. And then the GAMSAT is £250 and I don't really want to go to St George's, and if I then didn't get in, I really like wasted my money. I just think I'm not going to look at there. So then my other options, I really want to be close to London, so Warwick Uni, the medical school is actually in Coventry, which is about an hour away on the train, is an option, but they have this weird thing where they want 70 hours of work experience, and you have to have done like 2 weeks full time basically, which is kind of difficult because I don't really have that. Obviously I'm trying to acquire it, but if so, Warwick only takes graduates, so Warwick could be an option. And then I think Southampton is my last one. Obviously I need to go and visit it and see what it's like, but they want UK CAT, and it seems like a nice medical school. I was looking up like what they specialise in, and then if like the Warwick thing just doesn't work out, I think I'll probably apply to Birmingham, but Birmingham wants a first, whereas everyone else wants a 2-1, so I don't know how likely it is, but I'm really putting my efforts into Queen Mary and King's because those are the ones that I really want to go to, but obviously they're very competitive, and I mean they're all really competitive, but anyways, so in terms of like work experience, I'm currently volunteering at the Royal Lancaster Infirmary with the Royal Voluntary Service, and essentially what I do is I go in, you're supposed to do 2 hours a week, obviously I have exams coming up, so I've been doing 1-2 hours a week, and you go onto the wards, the geriatric ward, and you go and chat to some people there, and it's quite nice because obviously the nurses are really busy and you have the doctors and the consultants, so you just go and chat to the people, anyone who feels up for a chat. A lot of them do have dementia, so I had quite a bit of training, but no, it is quite fun, and it's nice to know when people say like, oh, like, thanks for talking to me, blah blah blah. And then I also have just started, literally today, it's the first time, for the RAF Association. You go and visit a veteran in your local area, and again, it's a similar kind of thing, but it's not on a ward, it's in their home, and you are by yourself as well, so there's no one else around. So I'm going to go meet a 98-year-old woman today, and speak to her, see how she's doing. So that's kind of what I've got. I am obviously trying to find like a 2-week placement in a GP or a pharmacy or something, but I'm really struggling. So if any of you know anyone in London who would like, I tried like at the Royal Free Hospital, and somebody was like, yeah, first week of 1st of April that happened. Email my PA, emailed, nothing. I just got no response. So it's really frustrating, like, following through. But I am obviously trying to find, but it is difficult because my dissertation ends end of June, and that gives me basically the whole of August, half of July and half of September, because that's when I'll definitely be in London, to find something there. There isn't really a lot in Lancaster. Obviously I've tried in Lancaster as well, and then on top of that, I'm gonna have to revise for the UK CAT. So from what I've understood, Queen Mary relies heavily on UK CATs, good UK CAT scores. So I need to get like around 700 or above on the UK CAT. And I don't know, I'm not feeling too pessimistic. Obviously I've literally just had one little go at it and I didn't do too badly, but and I know like one thing I am good at is reading fast and doing things fast, but not necessarily correctly, so I need to definitely work on that. But that's kind of like, I'll work on that after exams, because I'm also going to have to write a whole lab report and literature review anyway, so yeah, I'm working on that. So these are my thoughts. I think that's like everything. Obviously after exams I have a lot more free time, so I'm going to start reading books like this, and in general like watching medical programs. There's a program about these surgeons that was on BBC the other day that I watched. Obviously I've watched Hospital, all the episodes, just things like that, like doing general research, and now I'm just trying to, like, you know, get in things. My modules for next year, well, we haven't actually picked them yet, but from what I've seen, all going to be picking the medical based ones. Yeah, and then after my UK CAT I'll have my personal statement to write, which will be very fun. But and my tutor will be writing my reference, so I need to obviously talk to her about that. But this is all kind of stuff that can be dealt with after exams. Can't deal with this right now. But yes, this is just sort of a quick update. I don't know if I have anything else to talk about, to be honest. I'm currently filming a video right now about sort of like my studying and things like that, but it's not really too study with me-ish at the moment. It's more just like a vlog. It might be very terrible and it might never go up, but this is what I'm doing at the moment anyway. And I think that's everything. Anyway, I have more lectures to watch and make notes on, so I'll speak to you guys later. Let me know what you're thinking. Oh, I do have a backup plan, by the way. If I don't get in, I think I'll take a year out, try and get a job in a hospital, and then apply again the next year. And if that doesn't work out, then my plan is just to go into teaching, which isn't like super awful, and I think it's something I can imagine myself doing. Obviously I'd much rather be a doctor than a teacher, but yeah, that's sort of my plan anyway at the moment. Anyways, I hope that you guys are doing well and you haven't all forgotten about me, but I wouldn't blame you if you have. Make sure you go and follow me on Instagram, because I plan to do a Q&A sometime soon of all these sort of Lancaster questions, and I'll probably put it up on Instagram for people to ask me questions. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.